Welcome to the Community Biz Chat with Derrick Hammett. Today is a special day as it's International Women's Day, and I'm delighted to feature Lori Pedersen from Lori Pedersen Home, Staging and Styling. Lori is a multi-award winning stager and design consultant and includes a team of highly qualified professionals to assist with all her clients. Lori, thank you for taking the time today, and we'll get started by giving the viewers and listeners an overview of your business.
Thanks, Derek. I'm honored to be here with you today. This is great. For those of you who don't know us or haven't seen us around Aurora and Newmarket and the GTA, actually, we have been in the staging business since 2012. We have a design studio and warehouse in Aurora and use that as our home base for all of our projects. Most of our team is from York region as well, and with a few coming up from the city as well.
Awesome. So, you know what? So let's just cover off some real basic stuff in our short time together, Lori. And what is it that you find benefits a homeowner the most when it comes to staging their home over leaving it in the state that it is as they live day to day?
Right. So aside from all the usual things that people say about selling your home for more money, what we like to do for our clients is really be a marketing partner for the realtor. And for the homeowner, our goal is to really unlock the hidden equity in their home. Because once they've decided to move, this is now a product that needs to be marketed and sold for the highest dollar possible. Their emotions and their connection to home is now hopefully on their next residence that they might have already purchased or are building or are looking forward to achieving. So really this is just about that and highlighting the features of the home and really getting as wide an audience as possible.
Awesome. Now, do you ever find, because obviously as a real estate agent, when we go in and you try to tell someone, oh, we need to paint and get rid of that ugly color or get rid of, they sometimes get a little insulted because you're now criticizing their home and how they've lived. And I'm thinking, when you go in and do that, and now you're telling people, yeah, we need to get rid of your furniture. Do you face that a lot?
Well, we do. Or initially people might be a little bit guarded when they first come in because they're expecting that. But what we really try to do is establish trust, first of all, and really get them to understand that we're on their side. And what we're trying to do is actually help them with respect to if we're able to help them pre-pack their treasures. I never use the word decluttering or getting rid of or anything like that. These are things they have in their home because they're meaningful to them and they've acquired them from a trip or a family. And so nothing is junk per se, unless they tell you it's junk. It's not nice to say that. So we always just, help them to pre-pack, help them to get ready for their next home. And then we just share with them that, the more you do ahead of the sale, you're already halfway there, because once you sell your house, you have to hand it over empty with just a pair of keys. So the more we can do now in advance really helps them take the stress off, lightens the time crunch in the end of the day and yields a better result for the photos.
Yeah, and I guess the key is that you're not really insulting their furniture so much as that's important to them, but now as any other buyer, they may not have the same taste. And that's where you kind of do something that appeals to a bigger audience, I guess.
Right. And I always say to them that if I were selling my house right now, that I'd have to have my stagers in, I'd have to close my eyes and just listen to the professional advice, because the way you live is very different than the way you sell. For instance, I have a room in my house just off the kitchen. I call it the lounge. It's, because I don't need a formal living room and a formal dining room and all those things. So I use this room as kind of an after dinner relaxed room. We call it the lounge, and it's literally painted black almost. It's very dark and sultry, and it's great to light the fire and have a glass of wine.
Right.
So I know that if I were to sell my house, I'd have to paint that room. I'd have to do this. I'd have to do that. I'd have to get rid of all my pet products and dogs, hide the dog stuff. And, it's comfortable for us and how we live, but it's not marketable ready just yet. So I always sort of share that from a place of personal place that
Right.
the same thing would have to be done to my house. So not to take
You know
offense.
what, absolutely true. I mean, I know when I sell my house, I stop thinking of it as my home, and it becomes
Right.
more of a product that I'm marketing out, and I've got my competition, which is the other home. So, uh,
Exactly.
so let's have a little fun. And I'm just thinking, you mentioned a dog, and I too have a dog, and we know. So you staged some of these homes, and a lot of people don't realize it's okay. You're still living in that home, even though the staging furniture is there. Have you ever had anything really weird happen where, you know, it, you hear of a cat or an animal doing something, or something getting into the furniture before you start, moving it out afterwards?
Yeah, it can be, our team between I have 6 people who's basically make up my core team. Between the 6 of us, we have 60 years of combined staging
Wow.
experience. So we have seen it all, done it all, lived through it all, dealt with it all. So yeah, there's just so many stories. We were staging one day and had been there about an hour already, unpacked everything, started to get, the stagers buzzing around the house and moving things around. And all of a sudden we hear these footsteps coming up the stairs. And this groggy teenage boy comes out and he's like half dressed and just, he didn't expect us there at all. We didn't expect him at all. It was just like, oh my gosh, there's supposed to be nobody in the house at the moment. So that was a bit of a scare.
Note,
Um,
homeowners, inform everybody that people are going to be there.
Yes, exactly. And especially now in the time of COVID, we have to be careful of these things. But yeah, that was a funny time. Other times are, you get there and, oh, we just freshly painted the stairs. I hope that's okay. And then you sort of think,
And you can't go up.
how are we supposed to be going up the stairs with the 3 beds and all the furniture that we have? So yeah, there's all sorts of crazy things. But like I said, we just roll with the punches and we have a great sort of network of resources, so we can usually spin things around and make it happen without too much trouble.
So a little question for you. As I've been in some homes that have been staged, obviously, what I've noticed a few times, you've seen some people, jump on a bed, but the bed wasn't a real bed. I mean,
Yes.
is that, I mean, for the most part, as your business, do you put all the time real furniture in, or is it made up of air mattress slash boxes?
I'm
There's
glad
one I
you
saw, it was just
mentioned that.
boxes. It was pretty
Thank
hilarious.
you. That is one of our that's one of our features that we say to our clients, is that we always use real furniture. We have real mattresses. We do not do boxes. We do not do fake air mattresses or anything.
Right.
There's nothing worse than getting there and the thing's deflated, or you can see the tubes.
Yeah.
And I feel like my goal is always to really present a home as authentic as possible. I want people to walk in and say, oh, this is stunning. Can we buy it fully furnished? Rather than saying, oh, it's nicely staged. Because then they feel like they're being tricked, or they feel like we're trying to hide something
True.
or make it what it's not. And so our goal is really to make it as real and authentic and
Awesome.
and luxurious as possible, right? Like, especially in the luxury homes, they have to pass what I call the touch test. It has to feel expensive. It has to look expensive. It has to be heavy. It has to relate to who they are, for them to be able to envision themselves there.
Yeah, the type of furniture they would have, or the type of design elements that they would enjoy. And
Exactly.
it's do you get that a lot though? Just quickly, where people say, "Yeah, I just want to keep all the stuff you've done."
That is the ultimate compliment. We call
Really?
that a
Yeah.
bullseye. Yes. For instance, if it's sold quickly, over asking, and sold with some furnishings, we're just like home run. That is definitely, yeah, that happened to us quite a bit. Actually, in the last couple of months, we had staged a condo, and it was actually a realtor who had shown it vacant to their client months before. And then we went in and staged it after it had been sitting on the market unsuccessfully. Then the realtor said, oh, she saw it come across her desk again. She says, I should go back and see that. So she went up and saw it, thinking that she was going to bring her client back. And then she decided to buy it. She's like, nope, this is great. I love it. And she bought it fully furnished. And then I ended up staging her condo as well. So
I could
that
see
was
me doing
definitely a
that.
home run. That was definitely a home run. But it also just goes to show that even realtors can't always envision
No.
a space. She had seen it vacant. She had seen it, and it didn't connect with her
Yeah.
until it was furnished. So
I don't have a design eye, but I can usually picture how to use a home. But when it comes to picking colors, picking, whatever to make the space look awesome, yeah, I rely on you guys to do that. You know it, you do it day in, day out. So, uh, so what I was gonna say, because I know you have a ton, and your team has a ton of credentials, and I thought, you know what, Lori, just to kind of, show where people can find more information about what you do, samples of what you do. Maybe we can share with them your house website. Is it pronounced
house.
house website, and see if we can't just
Sure.
showcase some of that, and because there's no way we could do everything that you do in the 2 minutes that we have right now.
No problem. All right. So when they do find our online portfolio, this is a website called House, and there's thousands and thousands of professionals, designers, stagers, photographers, tradespeople, craftsmen on this website. So this is a great space to come to if you're looking for anything. And this is where we sort of, we do have our own website, but this is a great spot that we choose to be our online portfolio, because we could literally upload all of our projects in a really timely manner and in a really easy way. So
Some of those
as
look
soon as
awesome.
we get the listing photos, we can pop them up there and help the realtor promote that listing and get it out there. There's also a little section to list our awards. We've been very honored to every year win at least top 10 in North America in multiple categories. And in 2020, we won the top staging team of the year in North America. So that was
awesome.
That was sort of the crowning glory and a huge moment for all of us. Super proud of that. And another thing that, Derrick, we might want to mention too is both our association to the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing. Derrick and I actually met through the Institute. This is a special organization geared towards luxury realtors and luxury real estate. And they offer their membership an amazing amount of resources. So we have connected through that, and we use the tips and tricks and the knowledge that we gain from them every day in our work.
That's absolutely true. There's no doubt that's been an incredible resource for.
Sorry about that.
And and you know what? I mean, some of these spaces do need that little touch that you guys give, not only for sale, but also if you're just doing design work. Because I've had clients where they've seen your input and design eye to say, okay, I'm going to renovate this. How do I make it look like you made my other property? So
exactly. Again, huge compliment. When we get that call 3 months later saying, "Oh, remember when you staged our house? We're just moving into our new house. We don't know what to do with furniture layout, and the windows are wrong," or things like that. So yeah, it's definitely makes us feel good and that we're doing something right when we get those phone calls.
Lori, you're awesome. And you know what? Here on International Women's Day, I mean, I'm just a little plug. We were talking earlier that you've been doing this for over 10 years. Obviously, tremendous success. And I just noticed when you were scrolling through your website, I mean, you're not restricted to an area. You do everything from whether it's downtown Toronto all the way up to Barrie and north.
Yes.
So I guess you go where your clients need you the most, right?
Exactly. We've done everything from right down Lakeshore, Toronto, to Oakville, to Caledon, Barrie, Innisfil, Collingwood even. So yes, we will go where you need us to be. Happy to do that.
Well, that's great. So please, I recommend people take a look at Lori's website, and when you're in need of something, I'm sure she can absolutely help you out and present your home in the best possible light and get those offers. So Lori, thanks again for taking some time, and I'm sure you and I will be chatting a lot more.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
All right.